Hey, what's up guys? So in today's video we're looking at the end of the first inning program, which feels like it's been an eternity, probably because we're all, have nothing else to do right now but play MLB The Show. So we're going to look at the end of the first inning program, along with, if you look right above me, you can see we're now silver status, silver level, and so there's a bunch of rewards that we've unlocked, and I've waited for this video to open these rewards so we can go over them and kind of show you some more things that you can get just by simply playing the game and grinding. So the first thing we did here is opened our max diamond player pack, which comes with 5 really good cards. You have a 99 Buster Posey, a 99 Barry Larkin, a 99 Ryan Sandberg, a 99 Reggie Jackson, and then a 99 Mini Minoso. So there's one position on my team right now that I would really like to upgrade, and that is second base. So we're going to go with Ryan Sandberg, and if you look at Ryan Sandberg, he's just a really good card overall. He's got great contact, he's a very solid power hitter, solid vision, the fielding's tremendous, and then you look at his speed, I mean, he does it all. So this is a guy that I really think is going to help out our team, so I'm going with Ryan Sandberg. But to be honest, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of these guys. I mean, you look at that vision, 122, I mean, Reggie Jackson, that power is just ridiculous. And then, Barry Larkin. A lot of people are saying Barry Larkin is actually the card to take here, but I already have a good shortstop, which I'll get to in a second. And then Buster Posey, but we already talked about how many good catchers there are. I've got Gary Sanchez and Pudge Rodriguez, so I don't want to go with the catcher right now. Ryan Sandberg to me just makes a whole lot of sense, so that's the card we're going to go with here. So then the next pack that we're going to open is our Flashbacks and Legends pack. Choose 2 gold Flashback or Legends players. We got this at level 5 silver, I believe, and obviously there's a lot of good cards here. Last time we got this pack early on, I ended up taking Gary Carter, which I kind of regretted just simply because of the fact that, like I've said over and over, there's a lot of good catchers in this game. But if you get this pack for the first time, don't be afraid to take Gary Carter. He is a good hitting catcher in this game, but at this point you should probably have a better catcher than Gary Carter. So I will be completely honest, this isn't the most overwhelming pack at this point, just because I don't think any of these guys would actually start for my team. So now at this point there's 2 thoughts here. Is one, can any of these guys help me on my bench? And then the other thing is, 2, one of these cards might help us out in the events program. Since it's, you can only use this kind of player or that kind of player. So, honestly, we're still going to try to go with the best player. But, just going down the list, there's an 83 Rod Carew, an 81 Mookie Betts, an 83 Chipper Jones, an 83 Luke Gehrig, an 81 Miguel Cabrera, an 81 Ozzie Smith, which has tremendous defense. I just want to point that out. Like we talked about Gary Carter, and then there's Sam Musial. But in this, I'm actually going to go with Miguel Cabrera, and the reason why is just simply he's probably the best hitting card in this group. So we're going to go with Miguel Cabrera. And then you also get a pitcher. So this is the one we're probably going to focus on a little bit more. There's an 81 Rod Guidry, 83 Nolan Ryan, and 83 Lee Smith, which I did take last time, an 80 Cliff Lee, an 83 Fergie Jenkins, an 80 David Price, an 84 Oral Hershiser, which I took as well, along with 80 overall Rich Gossage. So at this point, again, your starting rotation should look really good. So I'm not really looking at any of the starting pitchers, but there's one player in particular that I think could really actually help our team, and that's going to be this Nolan Ryan card. Not only is he 83 overall, so he's one of the better pitchers here. You look at some of these ratings here, I mean, very high strikeout rate, doesn't give up many hits. That 98 mile per hour fastball, and then the 84 mile per hour 12.6 curve and the changeup. Honestly, even though it's 3 pitches, they're really good pitches to have. But the big thing that I want to point out is his stamina. And like I've said a lot in the previous videos, in ranked seasons, pitching stamina is critical. So if nothing else, Nolan Ryan can get us a bunch of innings out of the bullpen. So we're going to take this Nolan Ryan card. And then finally, the last reward that we got through the XP reward path at level 10 is these evolution cards that we previously talked about. So, like we said before, there's Ivan Rodriguez, there's Eddie Matthews, there's Carlos Gonzalez, and there's Dennis Eckersley. So I'm actually going to go with, and I thought about this because, like I said, the catchers, there's a lot of good catchers in the game. So, I don't know if I would have went with Ivan Rodriguez the first time around, but who I am going to go with is Eddie Matthews. So this is actually the Eddie Matthews card that you get after completing X amount of missions. But really, to be honest, it's not hard. If you've discovered the evolution missions and moments, they're not hard whatsoever. They shouldn't take you that much time. But you look here, I mean, the power is awesome in this card. Good vision, unbelievable. I mean, obviously 125 discipline is the best card you can have. Fielding solid. Honestly, this is just a really good card to have. And we already have the Ivan Rodriguez. Carlos Gonzalez and Dennis Eckersley are still really good cards, but I have a lot of outfield depth. I already have a solid rotation, so I wanted to get a guy that I could plug in at third, and I mean, you can't go wrong with Eddie Matthews here. And then the last pack that we have to open is this Prospects set pack that we got from getting 600 program stars in the first inning, so a bunch of diamond players we're going to be able to choose from here. I'm not sure what exactly is going to be in this pack, but we're going to take a look here. So we only get 2 choices, but to be honest, these are the 2 best prospects in this pack. But to be honest, I'm not sure which one to take because I have really good starting pitching already. I have a good outfielder, but to be honest, both of these cards, I don't think you can go wrong with either one. If you're lucky enough to get the choice between these 2 cards, I think you just have to go with whatever you need more. If you need more offense, I'd go with Luis Robert. If you need the pitching, I'd go with the starting pitcher, Nate Pearson. I mean, 2 really good cards. We got really lucky here. I do want to point out too, though, if you don't really want to use either of these cards, look at their market prices right now. I mean, both are going well into the 50,000 stubs range. If you're looking for stubs, and not necessarily cards right now, like you're trying to get like Mike Trout or something like that, just take whichever one you want here and just sell them off. I mean, that's a lot of stubs at this point. Especially, like I said, no money spent. You're probably looking for stubs. I mean, we still haven't spent any of our stubs yet, so you really can't go wrong if you're just trying to make some stubs here. But the card I'm going to go with is Luis Robert. I mean, you look at these stats, such a good hitter. The defense is tremendous. He's got unbelievable speed. He can steal us a bunch of bases, and this is a little something to think about. I'm probably not going to use that many White Sox players this year, so it's good to have a really good White Sox player in case I need to use AL Central players, or if I'm trying to do something with the White Sox or whatever. But, you know, to be honest, for me personally, I'd rather just go with the everyday player here. Although, to be honest, that Nate Pearson card looks really, really sweet. There's one last card that I wanted to discuss that I already got before I did this video, and that's this 85 overall Amir Garrett that was given out because of the Players Tournament that MLB The Show streamed about probably a week or so ago. It's under the Moments programs, and I actually, to be honest, I kind of forgot they even released this. It's a little hidden, but if you go into the Moments and then you go into first inning, there's this Players Tournament program, and to be honest, it's 4 really easy missions. I think this took me all of 15 minutes, and you get a really good relief pitcher in Amir Garrett, especially this early on in the game. Please do this program. If nothing else, if you're not going to do anything else I say in the videos, please do this program, just because it takes you probably 15 minutes. It's really easy, and you get a really good reward for doing all of that. So now this is the lineup that we have at the end of the first inning program. As you can see here, I'm actually pretty happy with the team that we have, considering, again, we've spent no money on this team. You know, outfield, face of the franchise, Juan Soto, this new Luis Robert, center field, 90 overall, and I've been raking with Ken Griffey Jr., so I have to keep him in the lineup, although, again, could change, but for now, we're going to keep him in right field. And then my infield, I have Chris Bryant here at third base, 84 overall. He's been raking for me as well. And then the card that I was talking about before at shortstop, the face of the franchise, Gleyber Torres, got him through the AL East Showdown. You know, keep grinding on those showdowns. They get you unbelievable rewards. We've already got 2 face of the franchise cards. These cards are really, really good, and they cost you virtually nothing other than 1,000 stub fee to enter, but I could not recommend them enough. And then we also now have this 99 overall Ryan Sandberg at second base. Joey Votto is probably the one thing, if I had to change something on this team, it would be Joey Votto at first base. You know, once we get the Eddie Matthews program card, we might switch Chris Bryant over to first, put Eddie Matthews at third, and then we have a really good infield, I think. And then at catcher, I've said this enough, I have the 87 overall Gary Sanchez card. And then our bench, to be honest, fill it to your team's needs. You want a right-handed batter, a left-handed batter, a speed guy. I've recommended getting a backup catcher, but that's your own personal preference if you don't think you'll ever need one. And then probably try to get a utility guy that can fill in at a bunch of different places. So honestly, I wouldn't worry about the overall rating so much on your bench players. Just worry about team needs and fill in those specific needs that I mentioned before. And then our pitching staff, we have the 99 overall Corey Kluber that we talked about before, Roy Oswalt, Greg Maddux, Oral Hershiser, Brett Saberhagen. Hopefully we can up the end of the starting rotation. We had a couple opportunities here, but you know, there's a lot more starting pitchers than there are anything else. So, you know, that'll be another thing, other than my first baseman, that I'll look to upgrade when I can. But for now, I'm really happy with our starting rotation. And then our bullpen, I really like the acquisition that we got with Nolan Ryan and Amir Garrett here. You know, we have Lee Smith, Kerry Wood, Ken Giles, Taylor Rogers, and then Mariano Rivera. So I'm happy with this bullpen. I hope that you know, you guys have a good enough bullpen as well. You know, don't sleep on your bullpen. You know, make sure you have a deep bullpen, especially with the fatigue factor this year. Could not recommend enough getting a really good bullpen to help you out here. So that's it for our video today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys got some useful tips out of this. Like I said before, it's all about grinding, and you know, first inning, you know, I'm sure a lot of people, if you got the game early, you've been grinding. You probably have a lot of program stars. There's so many ways to get program stars in the first inning, between collections and moments and missions and player programs and blah 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 blah. Point being, though, a lot of good rewards. Like I said before, just keep grinding. It's all about grinding. If you like this video, please give me a like button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. If there's anything in particular I could help with, I'd be more than happy to help you guys. Just leave some comments down below. And until next time, keep grinding.